Hi, this is Mynoo Maryel, and I'm going to be sharing with you something pretty amazing that took place today. And I'm going to be talking about a gift that arrived, a spiritual gift, a healing gift that arrived today. And I was here with Mirav, and we were invited to get into this space and do the work. And it is a gift about water, really transforming water. The magical thing is, 2 days ago, I was telling Mirav, I don't know why, I'm just feeling so thirsty today. I can't, whatever I drink, it's as if it's not enough. And she said, you might have to watch this, because if it's going to continue, then maybe there is something wrong with your blood sugar. I said, no, I'm not feeling it. Today is when I'm completely thirsty. Like I drink a glass of water and then my mouth is completely dry again. I knew there was something else that was going to arrive. And here we are 2 days later. I was guided to go through a journey with water and to create water that is deprogrammed. It is deprogrammed from all the programming, all the various journeys it has ever been on, all the various situations and manipulations that it has been subject to, so that water was able to return to its originating intent, so that water was able to return to its originating state. So I took tap water in a big bottle of Evian like this. Both Mirav and I tasted what that tasted like before we started the work. And then I just literally took a blank sheet of paper, put it on the floor or put it on the table, and put the bottle that I was working with on top of it. I was asked to hold the bottle with both my hands, like really encasing it like a jacket, like that, as I was guided through the work. I had my eyes closed, and as I did this, normally I don't have to touch anything when I do this kind of work. I don't have to touch the person I'm working with, I don't have to touch anything. But this one, my guides wanted me to touch and hold the bottle with the water in it. I started the work and I connected to water. I got to see that water is in fact a being, and it's like a being that has arrived here from another planet. I got to see that the water is actually an angelic being. It is like an archangel. It is an archangel. It has been in the presence of God, the energy of God. And just like every archangel has their very specific gift, the gift of Archangel Water is to carry the seed of life. And that is what it has been doing. It has traveled through many galaxies, many, many, many different universes, and it has always brought with it the seed of life. It's almost like the first entrant into any place that requires to be populated with life. It is water that enters first with its seed of life. A sapling emerges and it goes from there. What I also got to see was, just like any being, we are all magnificent beings. And I will often say we are all magnificent beings in human disguise, and it is a human disguise that gets fractured. Water is also this angelic being, archangel, angelic being, and it put on the water disguise, and it is the disguise that has received a whole number of fractures. It has received a whole number of fractures through the various journeys it has been on. Water exists everywhere. even where you don't see or feel wet, there is water. There's water within our bodies. There's water in the trees. In every being that we see has water. So water became one of those powerful objects or means, an object or a being that many intergalactic forces that were keen on control, command, taking over, obstructing, suppressing, those kind of vibrational forces, for them water became a very powerful medium. And some of the fractures that occurred in the water's disguise that took it away from the amazing angelic magnificence that it embodies were used by these controlling factions. So water became a source that would enter our body with the vibration of fear and instill the energy of fear throughout various cells that exist in our body, and fear in its disempowering form. There has been enough research that has been proven to show that water carries messages. So, reprogramming messages at a DNA level, the DNA contamination that occurred of the human race, and there is another story around that, but the DNA contamination that occurred that instilled that whole vibration of slavery, water was a very powerful mechanism for that to be embedded within the human psyche. So, and there were many, many other fractures that I saw. So as I held the bottle in my hand and I went through, just like people describe a near-death experience, it was as if I was going through a tunnel with the water, and it was the tunnel that had all of the different fractured human disguises that water has accumulated over millennia. I received that it was about 829 million years ago that water started getting contaminated on this planet. And fractures started setting in. So I went through this tunnel and I found the temperature of the water kept shifting and changing. It became really hot, it became really cold, and then it returned to its regular room temperature. And then me, as Mynoo, I was asked to leave my body, step aside, and a whole team of celestial beings came in through me, using my physical presence, applying it for the regeneration, reactivation of the original state of the water. And when that was complete, we were told that this water, given that what it does now is it has been deprogrammed, it gets to its originating state, which is being the carrier of the seed of life. What we had done, in fact, was we hadn't just programmed the water in the bottle. What we had actually done was created something with the potency where all we require is a vapor of this water to be mixed into a gallon. This one bottle of this elixir can create 80 gallons of water with the deprogrammed strength of becoming the carrier of seed of life. When water is in this state of becoming the seed of life, becoming the carrier of seed of life, then it generates life. It enhances our life force. Even if it has specks and anything else, it has the power to neutralize their effects and their impact on us. This is a very strong bottle of water. Mirav and I were guided to take a shot, literally a tiny shot of it. But really nobody else needs to ever take a shot of it, because this is huge, huge, huge accelerated level of detoxification. Both Mirav and I have been over the last several weeks on this amazing journey into miracles. So we could handle a shot of this. And it felt like silk. The water felt like silk. It tasted delicious. We then took a glass, added a drop of it in the glass. And that water tasted like silk too. What we have also done is activated this piece of paper now. And this now has the strength to work with any water that is placed on top of it to get it back to its originating state. It has the capacity to deprogram water. When we were working through and deprogramming water, there were 3 oceanic beings that appeared who have been the key connectors to light, to the light energy for water. And they were the corals, they were dolphins, and they were whales, all kinds of whales, in particular the humpbacks, but all kinds of whales. And as I was going through the journey and the water was going through the fractured experiences I was literally experiencing all the feelings that were held in the water. And when these coral beings, when the dolphin beings and the whales arrived, we were literally surrounded by all of them. It was quite a spectacular experience, an invigorating, exhilarating, sparkling experience of vibrant vitality, to be surrounded by these hundreds of dolphins. Water has been witness to and unfortunately also carried those that have caused the death of many whales and many massacre of dolphins and massacre of coral reefs. And there was deep sadness of each of those beings because each one retained the light energy of the water. So it was their great grand privilege to be here with us, welcoming water to its originating intent, to its originating gift, to its originating state, deprogramming everything that it had been subject to. So very soon you will have the opportunity to be able to purchase these products that you can use freely to deprogram your own water and to infuse it with the energies of the Ascended Masters to return to vibrant vitality, to return to the state of flow, to bring the smile back into your pancreas so that there is sweetness in life that becomes a part of your everyday living. More about this over the next few days. Thank you. This is Mynoo Maryel on the magic and miracles from the deprogramming of water. Thank you.